I'll just share the screen now. YouTube को अगर नहीं करना हमारे साथ comply, then tough luck for us, I guess. What else can we do? But anyway, this is what Nifty is looking like. This is the big move that I was talking about. So I will switch to the daily chart first, and I will just do one quick check here. This is the empty screen I was talking about, by the way. YouTube में ये थोड़ा सा problem कर रहा है मेरे लिए. So if anyone knows a solution, well and good. Otherwise, we'll just move. That's fine as well. It's not getting data. Yeah, it says no data. No problem. ठीक है. Fine. So Nifty right now is at a very important level. Why? क्योंकि हम लोग ने previously बात की थी कि ये वाला जो जोन है basically around 16,900 से लेके 17,000 का, this zone is likely to dictate whether we see a continuation of this up move or not. So what my view was and has been and is कि अगर हमने यहाँ से bounce देखा होता, and if this 17,200 level was cleared, then there was a chance that we retest the higher levels, maybe even retest 18K eventually. But as we can see, that is not what's happened. The one thing today price had going for itself is that it was a gap up. Gap up का मतलब क्या है? SGX Nifty indicated a gap up, meaning prices opened around 17,000. You can see today's open is around 17,000. We retested the 17K level, but from there prices were rejected क्योंकि जो buyers थे वो weak थे, sellers थे वो strong थे. And as we can see here, right from this zone itself, which is where yesterday we saw inverted V-shape sort of fall, we faced some selling. We saw a candle coming in here, right? Inverted hammer candle. Inverted hammer nahi tha ye, this was a shooting star. And uske wajah se what we are seeing is that prices fell. Basically, what would have really confirmed the bearish bias today is a break of this level. तो एक बार उसने ये candle दिखा दी, then that would have shown कि अच्छा हाँ market में there is a bearish bias. And then in fact, if you see, this was the level that we spoke about, right? This was the level that we spoke about. ये उसने break किया और retest करके वो तोड़ा. Another important and interesting thing is if we then mark this as a next level, okay, if we then mark this as a next level, वो भी उसने तोड़ा this one and उसने reject किया. Same thing now is happening here. So you can see that it is like a continuous support turning to resistance kind of a market for Nifty is what we are seeing right now. Just trying to see, no data aa raha hai, then we might just have to leave it. If you don't mind, can you give little inputs on what is 3 data points? Which 3 data points, Rishi? Which 3 data points are you referring to? Which 3 data points are you referring to? I'll wait for your response. In the meanwhile, I will, carry on with the analysis. So right now, हम लोग क्या देख रहे हैं कि Nifty ने थोड़ा सा reject किया and now it is trading around its lows. So the bearish bias is clearly there. In fact, even yesterday, हमारे daily market analysis में मैंने बात की थी that okay, maybe that bearish bias is there in the markets and maybe we do see a sell on rise type of situation. But I feel this is a little stronger than that. For Bank Nifty also, we can see around 38K, 37,900 to 38K is the level that I have marked here. And you can see prices had taken support from there. Once here and second time here. But then 2 days consecutively, what we have seen is a resistance or selling from that level. मतलब अभी 38K का जो level है, that has become a very strong resistance. If we look at the 5-minute chart, this support that we once had has now become a resistance has now become a resistance. I will just do this. And this resistance that we can see is actually quite important, क्योंकि हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि in general ये वाला जो लेवल रहा है, राइट, ये वाला जो लेवल रहा है, वहां से कंसिस्टेंटली वी हैव बीन सीइंग अ लॉट ऑफ सेलिंग हैपनिंग. इनफैक्ट इन दिस जोन फ्रॉम 38,000 to 38,250 we have seen yesterday's most of the range coming in and then it got rejected and sold off. आज भी हम लोग वो सेम लेवल से सेल ऑफ हो रहे हैं एंड इट इज करंटली ट्रेडिंग बिलो yesterday's low. In fact, it is now trading at today's low also. So bank nifty is also very weak. So this is how you would consider bank nifty, or at least I would consider bank nifty. अब आज Thursday expiry है. Thursday expiry, I'm sure as you know, means the options will expire. But today is a monthly expiry. This is the last Thursday of the month, which means futures and options will both expire, which means likely ki it is an important day. Though as an important day we are not seeing any dhamakas except for something like this maybe, जो हम लोग को last 1.5 hour में दिखा रहा है. But still, maybe we do see something else happening in the last 15 minutes or so, because the markets are capable. जब भी थर्सडे एक्सपायरी होती है, you need to be on your feet, on your toes all the time. Otherwise it can be a little challenging, especially अगर आपका कोई ट्रेड चल रहा है जो थोड़ा सा रिस्की है तो. So keep that in mind. What is RSI indicators and resistance point indicators? See, RSI indicator is something that will tell us two things. One is the momentum, and two is whether it is overbought or whether it is oversold. So today we will, if time permits, I'll tell you more about it. Otherwise, I'll do a separate video on it. If you want to check out the video, then make sure you also are following me on my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel, Stock Markets with KR, and you can see I've got a lot of videos. यहाँ पे YouTube shorts भी है, videos भी है, daily market analysis is there, 7 minutes, 6 minutes videos, along with other videos like some interesting candles that are there. What you might have heard of Jackson Hole that happened recently. तो जैक्सन होल के ऊपर एक वीडियो है. So all these videos are there. If you want, you can check out the YouTube channel. I will share the link with you. This is the link to my YouTube channel. इसको देख लो, सब्सक्राइब कर लो. You can attend, you can watch these videos also. And उसमें भी you will get to learn all these things, because I am going to record and share a lot of such videos, including videos on futures and options. But now coming back to the point of Nifty, Bank Nifty, FNO, what I will highest call Y is, we'll do one thing, we'll write it here in the corner. Call का कितना है? Call का है 263,203. 263,203. And where is it? It is at 17K. Put का कितना है? Let's see. Put में we can see the highest Y is here at 16,800. So 16.8K put है, and the highest is 237,567. I'll just keep that at the corner of my screen so हमें पता चलता है कि how the numbers are progressing. But this will basically tell us कि market का bias क्या है. Right now these numbers say that prices are likely to take resistance or cap out at around 17K, and they are unlikely to beat 16,800, rather breach 16,800. So this is what these numbers will tell us. ये होता है option chain. Option chain को analyze करने के और बहुत तरीके होते हैं, but this is just a very basic one that I wanted to share with you. Okay, so that is the option chain that is there. Now we can talk about some specific questions. Maybe we look at some overall stocks also. Wrong tab. We look at some overall stocks also. And in the meanwhile, you can ask your questions. For example, there was one question about Tata Motors. So Somesh, I like the question because I like Tata Motors and I love cars. So uh, I'll talk about that question in some time. But if there are any other questions, please feel free to share. Is it a good buy to purchase stocks on the monthly expiry? Sachin, as such, see, I would say that if you are buying stocks for an investment, मतलब अगर आपको सालों चलाने हैं, तो फिर no point in looking at just one particular day, because if you can see यहाँ पे this is the daily chart of Bank Nifty. Let's say, or as a matter of fact, let's just take a stock. Let's do Reliance. दिस इज द डेली चार्ट ऑफ रिलायंस. अब रिलायंस के चार्ट पे लेट्स से दिस this particular day was a Thursday. Okay, maybe it was a Thursday, maybe the monthly expiry was somewhere around here. तो मान लेते हैं मंथली एक्सपायरी समवेयर अराउंड हियर है. आप कहते हो आई विल बाय इट. So you buy and you are like, wow, I went from 2165 to 2700. Makes sense. But what if the next monthly expiry happens to be somewhere around here? You will go from 2380 to 2165. So, as such, expiry is irrelevant when we talk about investing or putting in money. I would say कि if you want to reduce the risk, then ऐसे टाइम पे खरीदो जहां पे थोड़ा सा अनसर्टेनिटी कम है या रिस्क रिवॉर्ड अच्छा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, what do you think Reliance would be like if prices came down here? Let's say Reliance falls another 100 points, 120 पॉइंट और गिरता है, यहां पे आ जाता है लेट्स से एट 2220. डू यू थिंक दिस इज अ गुड पॉइंट टू एंटर? 2220, करेक्ट. इट इज अ गुड पॉइंट. व्हाई? क्योंकि ये जोन अच्छा है, राइट? दिस इज अ गुड प्राइस जोन फॉर रिलायंस. अब मैं वो दिन पे देखूंगा नहीं कि इट्स अ मंथली एक्सपायरी और नॉट. इनफैक्ट इफ इट्स अ मंथली एक्सपायरी, आई माइट बी अ लिटिल कॉशियस, क्योंकि रोल ओवर और सब अगर पोजीशंस में होता आ रहा है तो मंथली एक्सपायरी पे दोज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स विल कंप्लीटली एक्सपायर. सो ए रोल ओवर का इम्पैक्ट आ जाता है ड्यूरिंग दैट वीक इटसेल्फ. बी expiry hai, so if the volatility is heightened, then we may not get an accurate picture of what is happening in the market. So I will say ki if anything, I would be a little cautious in putting in money on an expiry, but ऐसा कुछ rule नहीं. I have myself bought and sold several times on expiries unrelated to options, and it's fine. So look for the chart and the setup overall. Don't just look at which day it is. As Tata Steel merging with 7 new company, what are your thoughts on it? Vikram, that's a good question. You can check out this shorts. This is from my father. So this channel is actually managed by me and my father. Both the two of us post on it. And if you check out this shorts video, now you'll understand what the scene is. Wait, I'll just share that link also. You can check it out if you want. There's a lot of videos that we have. We've got videos on forex and all also, because I also teach forex. So check it out aram se when you've got the time. Again, everything is there. We've got around 580 or 560 videos. So it's been active for 2 years approximately. I just invested in Tata Motors after I heard about Tiago EV. Okay. So बात ऐसी है कि when we talk about news, okay, when we talk about news and investment, it does not always sort of go hand in hand. Let's do one thing. See, I personally like Tata Motors, so I would hope that the stock is doing good. Uh, but I will just go to the chart, and this is what it tells us. So यहाँ पे हम लोग देख सकते हैं around 540 was the high. Practically it peaked somewhere around here. हम लोग देख रहे हैं prices are now here in the ditch. Now I don't think the Tiago EV will make prices go from here to here. I'm not saying वो नहीं जाएंगे, मैं कह रहा हूं कि शायद टियागो ईवी के वजह से नहीं जाएंगे. So the thing is, it's one thing to buy because the company is making good products, but you can't rely on just a couple of products to actually sustain the company. अगर आप देखते हो, let's do a quick check. Nexon EV कब निकली थी? Nexon EV launch date. Let's see when the Nexon EV came out. 2019, 19th December 2019. So let's go to 2019 weekly chart कर लेते हैं, because this is something I'm also curious about. So I haven't checked this particular data. So I'm trying to figure out if there is indeed a correlation or some meaningful statistical analysis that we can do. It came out somewhere around here. Nexon EV यहाँ पे निकली थी. This period was COVID. I think we can safely ignore. उसके बाद हम लोग ने यहाँ पे देखा था 2021 onwards we saw a spurt. Now there were several reasons for this. Nexon EV was doing good. Other Tata cars were doing good. Tata was getting commercial contracts. Plus when you talk about Tata Motors, एक बहुत बड़ा उसमें आता है what is the China and UK sales. JLR के जब निकलते हैं तब JLR के China and UK sales have a very big impact on the immediate stock price. However, they will not affect the price or the value of Tata Motors going forward. For instance, समझो यहाँ पे JLR का revenue miss हुआ था, price went down, but then it recovered. समझो यहाँ पे JLR का revenue ऊपर गया था, price had already gone up with that news, but then it came down. So don't look at those estimates. That being said, from outside charts, I do feel they are doing very good. Pricing is a little on the higher side, of course, but EV है, EV का तो price ज़्यादा ही रहने वाला है. Right now, I would be curious to see what the XUV 400 does, because XUV 400, I think it's coming out sometime next year, official, launch. I think it's just revealed now. इसके ऊपर हमें पता चलेगा whether Tata Motors still has an edge with their Nexon, or if the XUV 400 will be the winner. Otherwise, in terms of product diversity, we've got what Nexon EV, we've got the Tigor EV, this EV क्या बोलते हैं अभी जो निकली वो Tiago EV. I think they've got a commercial vehicle EV also. So a lot of EV products, definitely it helps them. Plus Jaguar का भी EV technology है. They've got a lot of strategic investments also. So definitely, I would say they do have potential. But when we look at the charts, जब हम जैसे आज के live stream में जो कर रहे हैं आज, the intention is not really to consider कि अगर हम यहाँ पे देखें तो आगे चल के 2034 तक टामो ऊपर जाएगा कि नीचे जाएगा. The intention is more कि समझो today is 29th September, what will happen maybe by 29th December, what will happen maybe by 29th November. This is the intention. So अगर हम लोग बड़े टारगेट्स लाते हैं, it does not fit in well with technicals all the time. That being said, you can see it's been an uptrend. So I know थोड़ा सा टाइम गया ये क्वेश्चन में, but it's a question that I really like. I love cars, so I'm going to rant a little on them. If we are looking at long-term perspective, what stocks would you suggest? See, long-term stocks में typically I would say कि make a basket of 5-10 good companies that you believe in. इसे कैसे select कर सकते हो? You understand the chart, you understand the fundamentals, you understand the business a little bit. Once you understand all of this, थोड़ा थोड़ा पैसा डालो. So along with stocks, you also look at ETFs. ETFs में क्या आता है? Nifty आता है, Banknifty आता है, other sectors, other asset classes. For example, REIT के भी ETFs होते हैं. You look at those. Plus, you can look at some debt. You can look at overnight funds and low duration funds if you want to. This is not advice. This is not a financial recommendation. These are just my views and my thoughts based on what my experience has been. ये सब अगर करते हो, you should have a reasonably balanced portfolio. Because if you talk about putting it all in stocks, risky hai. If you talk about putting it all in uh, debt, returns milenge nahi, especially in such a market. ठीक है, sure, you might argue that historically speaking rates haven't been this high and the trajectory is also likely to go high, but fixed income yields are going up because inflation is going up. So both of them go hand in hand. It does not really make a net positive impact. आपका जो alpha कहते हैं वो alpha generation is very tricky. EV car stocks are good, right? So EV car stocks are one thing. EV ancillary companies are also one thing. So you don't just look at Tamo, you look at other EV, you look at car companies, car ancillary companies also. Motherson is there. Then there's this smaller stock Jamna Auto. All these, like, just look at the space a little and then see charts pe kaisa hai, business model kaisa hai, and then you should get an idea. Anyway, let's talk about Nifty, Bank Nifty again. Last 5 minutes of the market. देखते हैं कि what धमाका the market has done. As we can see, looks like आज का जो धमाका था happened when we started this live stream. Prices were going up, trending up, but this level, which is around 18,860, 18,870, say prices fell down, retested the low. Now we're going up. As of now, the closing price is probably going to be around 830, maybe 815 से 830 के बीच में. Somewhere around here is where I would peg the closing price to be. But let's see how things go. Let's see how it progresses. Now notice one thing. मैंने ये erase कर दिया ना, no problem. I remember 16,800 पे on the put side we had high open interest, and on the call side we had 17,000 पे open interest high, which means कि prices, as you can see, are still within this range. यहाँ पे जो option लिखा है, अगर किसी ने 17K का, they made money. 18,000 put short किया, they made money. And the index has moved between those two levels. Let's look at the option chain. I'll refresh the data. Yeah, we can see 17K still has a high OI and 16,800 still has a high OI. We haven't seen a change. Otherwise, agar samjho market 16,900 के आसपास आता, maybe there was a chance we see 16,850 OI increasing or something. It's likely. But that is what we are seeing right now. Bank Nifty की बात करते हैं quickly before the market closes, and we'll also talk about a few top stocks. यहाँ पे Bank Nifty की हालत आप देख सकते हो. Bank Nifty में interestingly we can see that this spike was there, but futile, क्योंकि हम लोग देख सकते हैं उतना कुछ खास किया नहीं उसने. It is still stuck in this same zone, and maybe somewhere around here 37,650 से लेके 680 के बीच maybe we do see a closing happening for Bank Nifty. If we talk about the top stocks, let's take a quick look. This is Reliance. Reliance पे हम लोग देख सकते हैं good gap up, fizzled out, retested the previous close level, came down. Same thing that we saw with Nifty. Let's talk about HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank is one of the main culprits why banks have been falling this much, and today is no exception. हम देख सकते हैं it is well below yesterday's low. In fact, इसमें जो spike था, that spike was also just very short-lived, and it's already made a fresh low also. So HDFC Bank, lot of selling. Case can be made that it is oversold at this point. RSI being 30. So I would not be surprised अगर हम लोग HDFC Bank में थोड़ा सा relief जैसा देखते हैं till 1400, and then maybe it continues or decides which direction it wants to go. Infosys is trying to break out and gain some momentum. When I say breakout, I'm not talking about this breakout. I'm talking about this breakout. So maybe it is trying to just do that. देखते हैं कैसे जाता है. HDFC अगर देखते हैं, it is still going down. Basically, the HDFC twins are down. ICICI Bank inverted hammer around this level, very important level. Let's see if it's able to hold on to it or not. SBI not bad, but again, just banks are not doing very well lately क्योंकि इतना अच्छा कर लिया है उन्होंने. Kotak Bank also down by a fair bit, maybe around 1750, possibly even 1680 के आसपास होगा. If let's say this level is retested, I might consider looking at it, depending on the market's overall sentiments. Axis also sold off a lot. ये लेवल 800 का लेवल रिजेक्ट कर दिया है. And the final tick has happened. So we can see Nifty has closed around 843. Banknifty closed around 691. This is the final outcome for today. And suffice to say, even though it might not have been as dramatic as one might have wanted, certainly वो फीका तो नहीं था मेरे हिसाब से. हम लोग कंसिस्टेंटली यहाँ पे देख रहे थे, और यहाँ पे ड्यूरिंग द फॉल ऑल्सो वी वर सीइंग अ लॉट ऑफ स्पाइक्स दैट वर हैपनिंग. सो आई वुड नॉट नेसेसरीली कॉल इट फीका, बट श्योर दैट वी शेप रिकवरी और समथिंग वाज देयर. जो रिवर्सल होता है बॉलीवुड मूवीज में, कैसे अचानक से हीरो विलन बन जाता है, वैसा नहीं था. Adani to invest 100 billion in energy sector. Do you think it will be good to invest in some stock long term? Depends. See, if you're talking about an Adani group company for an investment, cautious रहो. As that सावधान इंडिया या जो भी है उसका जो saying है ना कि सावधान रहे सतर्क रहे. So I would say if you are trading Adani, then be a little cautious with that. If you are talking about any other stock in the energy sector, maybe you're looking at a small cap stock which is making a good proposal, good value है उसका, तो अलग बात है. But then you would not be evaluating it on the chart, rather आप fundamental समझोगे. So वैसा है. Hari, good question. Top 5 stocks to watch out for tomorrow. I feel at this stage one of them is clearly HDFC Bank, क्योंकि काफी ओवरसोल्ड टेरिटरी में आया है. कल के लिए नहीं, बट डेफिनेटली इन जनरल. While that is a good question, as you saw, most of my time today went in just describing, so I don't have a short list ready. Maybe अगर मुझे time मिला, I may share something on Twitter or make a YouTube short. So do make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. We'll just send a link again in case you want to. Short videos hai. Short videos, reason why I say is because I love going through the shorts. 1 minute ke andar you get bite-sized information. It's always fun and it's good. So yeah, if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. What about IDFC? देख लेता हूँ. Let me see. IDFC is not the best. 64 अगर hold करता है, maybe it's good, but it will have to hold 64. It is at the 50 MA right now. So for reference, ठीक है, चलो, I'll share the screen also. This is what I'm looking at. One is this level. We can see resistance broken, support बन रहा है थोड़ा, and this is second is this 50 MA. What would be the max below price for HDFC tomorrow? Impossible. No one knows. No one can tell you exact prices. Certainly not me, unfortunately. As much as I would like to say कि हाँ, मेरी भविष्यवाणी के हिसाब से maximum downside is 2140, let's say, because 2140 के आसपास अच्छा लग रहा है support, even if एकदम खराब से खराब हो जाता है. It's impossible to say maximum price unless you talk about circuits, which would be like cheating on the exam. क्योंकि वो आंसर तो कोई भी बता देगा. So I'd say 2180 to 2140, but does not really make meaningful sense. Technical analysis on Mahindra, not today. Today we are done with the session. Webinar live stream khatam hai because it's already 3:30. but we may include it in one of our videos over the weekend, या फिर Tuesday live stream होगा फिर से. So this coming week का Tuesday 3 to 3:30, join us again for the live stream, and in that maybe we can look at Mahindra. Otherwise, I feel overall it's looking good. I'm just staring at it. Not a bad chart, but market in general thoda weak hai. I would say कि before buying or before putting in big money, just see what direction largely we are following. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining. I hope आपको अच्छा value मिला होगा. And make sure you are subscribed not only on YouTube but also on Creator. Creator पे we've got what 55 followers today. So the market has gone down today, of course, but that does not mean our followers and our subscribers have to go down or remain where they are. So must subscribe karo. And if you really liked it, then let me know, and you can always share it as well. See you all in the next live stream and see you all in the videos. Thank you very much. Happy trading, happy analysis, and take care.